He tried to ruin my life. And accidentally ruined his own by lying on recorded call. The phone rang at 2:14 p.m. I know the exact time because I had been staring at the clock for 4 hours, vibrating with an anxiety that felt like I had swallowed a swarm of bees. This was it. The call. The dream job. I had gone through 4 rounds of interviews. I had met the team. I had crushed the technical assessment. The hiring manager, a sharp woman named Sarah, had practically told me to start looking for apartments closer to their HQ. All that was left was the formality, the background check and the reference check. I picked up the phone on the first ring. My palms were sweating against the case. Hello. This is Mark. Hi, Mark. It's Sarah from Nexus Solutions. Her voice was different. Yesterday, it had been warm, enthusiastic, bordering on friendly. Today, it was ice. It was the voice of a person delivering a terminal diagnosis. Hey, Sarah, I said, my stomach doing a slow, sickening roll. Good to hear from you. Mark, I'm going to cut to the chase, she said. There was the sound of papers shuffling in the background. We are going to be rescinding our verbal offer of employment. The air left the room. I sat down heavily on my couch, my legs suddenly unable to support my weight. Rescinding? I choked out. Why? The background check. I have a clean record. I've never even had a speeding ticket. It wasn't the criminal record, Mark, Sarah said. Her tone was tight, professional, but there was an edge to it. A hint of fear, disgust. It was the reference check. Specifically, the conversation we had this morning with your former direct supervisor, Mr. Gregory Stevens. Greg. I felt the blood drain from my face. I had listed HR as my contact for my previous employer. I knew Greg hated me. I knew he was a toxic, narcissistic tyrant who took my resignation as a personal insult. I had specifically told the recruiters to contact the HR department for verification of dates and titles only. You talked to Greg? I whispered. He is the director of your department, Sarah said. We needed to verify your performance. And frankly, Mark, after what he told us, we cannot bring you into this building. We have a zero-tolerance policy for theft and workplace violence. Theft. I stood up. Violence? Sarah, what are you talking about? Mr. Stevens informed us that you were terminated for cause, she recited, her voice trembling slightly. He stated that you were caught stealing petty cash on multiple occasions, and that when confronted, you became physically aggressive and threw a stapler at a subordinate. He described you as unstable and a liability. I gripped the phone so hard the screen protector cracked under my thumb. That is a lie, I said. My voice was low, guttural. That is a complete, total fabrication. I quit. I resigned with 2 weeks' notice. I have the email chain. I was the top performer in the Q4 cycle. I never stole a dime. I never raised my voice. He was very specific, Mark, Sarah said. He said, and I quote, I wouldn't hire him to walk my dog, unless I wanted the dog kicked and my wallet missing. Sarah, please, I was begging now, desperate. You have to believe me. He's retaliating because I left. He's vindictive. Check with HR. Check my personnel file. There are no write-ups. No incidents. We trust our sources, Sarah said coldly. We can't take the risk. Good luck with your search. Wait, I shouted. Goodbye, Mark. Click. The line went dead. I stood there in the silence of my apartment, the phone buzzing with the dial tone. I felt like I had been shot. Not in the chest, but in the back. Greg hadn't just given me a bad reference. He had assassinated my character. He had accused me of crimes. Theft. Assault. He had nuked my career. I threw the phone. It hit the couch cushion and bounced onto the floor. I paced the room, my hands in my hair, pulling at the roots. He can't do this, I hissed. He can't just lie. But he could. He just did. And because references are usually off the record, hidden behind the veil of a private professional conversation, he thought he was safe. He thought it was his word against mine. But then, my phone buzzed again. I picked it up off the floor. It was a text. From a number I didn't recognize. Unknown. Mark, it's Sarah. Don't call me back on the work line. Call this number. Now. Greg forgot the cardinal rule of business. Never say anything you wouldn't want heard in court. He's boasting, unaware his every lie is being recorded, and adding zeros to my coming settlement. Kindly follow the instructions on screen to watch the full story.